the Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. We the Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. We the Brown Boys.
This is on
Take a look.
This is on Black Conservative Perspective. This is what I was talking about earlier. When I was saying that Stephen A. Smith is just realizing that he can't say what he want to say. I don't think he knew that at first, but I think he knows it now. But Stephen A., I've been telling you for years that you make too much money. You got too much visibility. You got too much visibility in order for you to talk the way you talk. I know you thought, I know. You thought, I'm going to go get my own YouTube channel. I'm going to try to be like Kwame Brown. Stephen A. Smith, they don't look at me like they look at you. I don't make any advertising dollars from anybody else. I'm not on mainstream media. They can ignore me. They can't ignore you, Stephen A. You on First Take ESPN. They're not going to let you ignore them. That's not going to happen. You're going to have to deal with them directly. And they can come for your job. Don't think they don't have influence with your bosses and all the people that you work for. They do. So you gave an opinion that you had to apologize about, even though it was on your own show. Remember, you said you was your own boss. Oh, yeah, I'm my own boss. I got my own show. You got your own show, and you end up apologizing for something that you said. It don't make no sense. It don't make you look like the boss like you said you were. And then you ask these questions that we want to answer.
Stephen A. I played that Michelle Beadle clip for one reason and one reason only. I'm old enough to remember being on that show and getting in trouble based on some comments you said about women and whether or not they should know their place when it comes to abuse or non-abuse. Ray Rice comes to mind. Not going to get into the details of all of that. But Beadle just came for you yet again, like she did when I worked at ESPN. I wonder, do you have that same smoke for her that you have for Jasmine Crockett, that you have for Michelle Obama, that you sometimes display for me and Jamel Hill? Do you have that same smoke? I'm sick of it. Keep the same energy. And I call you and I root for you and I say, hey, I got your back. I'm happy for you. But you keep that same energy, sir, for everybody.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You just said, Cari, you called me, you root for me. Why would you root for somebody that called you out in Jamel Hill, who's your good friend? Because it's never happened. Never. I've shown you nothing but love. What are you talking about? You were hired at First Take in large part because of me. You stayed as long as you stayed and had the support of the people that supported you because of me. Do I need to get bosses to confirm that I'm telling the truth? You know I can. When we see the diverse people that come on First Take, Black people, women, the list goes on and on. Who did that? That wasn't happening when Skip was there. That was me. What are you talking about? When have I spoken against you? When have I thrown shade against you? When did that happen? That is a lie. Me, dogging Cari Champion, when? And if I did it, why did you call me and root for me? What are you sick of?
Yeah. So you say that, you heard that. Now, this is the video I actually really want to get to, right? It's Stephen A. discussing why.
Stephen A. got a lot of heat going on right now. And Stephen A., it's all because you opened your big mouth about politics in a way that you disrespected a liberal Black woman. You said something about Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett they love her. That's the one they pushing out front. You can't do that. You can't do that, Stephen A. You're going to be made to heal. You're going to be, you going down today, boy. Yeah, you're going to be made to heal, Stephen A. Like facts. Like you're going to be made to heal. Like there's no way they're going to give you $100 million and you get to say everything you want to say with the influence that you have, the people that know you and the reach that you have, the eyes that you have. No. So the same thing you did to Kyrie Irving, my brother, is about to happen to you.
He thinks he's getting the backlash, right? The real reason why he's getting the backlash.
Make sure
liberal agenda. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
I want to make sure that I say this. I'm not going to let y'all get away with that, with this stuff about men and black men with black women. First of all, to
Yes, you are. You already apologized. You already let him get away with it. What are you talking about? Stephen A., you said, please forgive me for what I done. I'm sorry. You was crying. You apologized, Stephen A., for nothing. You didn't say anything wrong and you still apologized. Like Kanye said, you got to walk around apology or something. He said he ended up apologizing too. They had him out the country hiding. He talked all that talk and he went to hiding, boy. But yeah, you cannot say what you want to say, Stephen A. I told you a long time ago, you're a script reading beep. And if you go outside of that script, if you deviate from just like Charlemagne the guy, he deviated from the script and he had to be made to heal by rolling farting. You cannot deviate from the script. You black, you a Democrat. You got high visibility, you better go out and you better preach Democrat. If you black, you cannot say nothing against no black woman. I know you a king. I know that's in theory. That's what they say to you. But you the king with no power. You black. You black out here. You the king with no power. You the king that cannot ever say anything opposite of your queen. You the king that can't roar or make no noise unless the person is black. And it's a man. That's it, Stephen A. That's all you got. You better pick a Negro to fight and argue with. That's it. You bet not come out and say nothing about. That's why you always apologize to all the white people. You, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my friend. You know what you're doing.
the brothers out there. Can we ask a question? Can we disagree with a sister from time to time?
No, you can't. Right? You can't do it, especially in public. No, you can't. You can't disagree with a black woman. If you're a black man, you cannot disagree with a liberal black woman. Let's be more specific. You can't disagree.
Facts, because you could disagree with Candace Owens all you want to. Candace Owens ain't even black in their eyes. You can say whatever you want about Candace Owens and a few other black women. So let's not get it twisted. They don't give a Jiminy Cricket about black women. They care about the black women that they care about. That's it. So Stephen A., I don't know why your mouth is so open and you looking so shocked. That's like your go-to shock face. But everybody and their mama knew this already, Stephen A. Why are you so late to the party? Yeah, you slow, like your daddy used to say you were slow. Because this is slow.
Agree with her. If you disagree with her, then you hate black women, you hate your mama, you hate your sister, right? And you hate yourself, okay? That is what these people believe. No, you can't. Remember, Stephen A. just got a whole lot of backlash for the Jasmine Crockett thing.
First heard the comments, I was disappointed. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. And I've never met Stephen A. We've never had a conversation a day in our lives. I was disappointed simply because it was a black man. I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
Hey, boo. First off, let me start off by saying I like your hair. You fine. I love the little ghetto fake speech. You get it, girl, because I know you smart. Get your money, though. But yeah, I want to let you know you still fine now. You still fine. But anyway, you acted a little ghetto, and that's okay. You acted a little ghetto. I don't want to hear nothing about him being a black man. Who gives a shit? What does it have anything to do with him being because he's a black man? This is what you're saying out loud. You're a black man, so don't even ever say anything about me. Don't question my behavior. And I want to explain something to you. Some of these young ladies are taking this type of behavior into a relationship. You're automatically deeming what Stephen A. Smith saying is wrong because he's a black man and you're a black woman. So you're already bringing like he did something wrong instead of dealing with what he actually said. We got to get back to dealing with what people are saying to us and dealing with the context of what someone is saying and leave your feelings about it, what they're saying out of it. We can't even break down a problem of what's going on because we're so busy telling people how it makes us feel on what you said. Okay, now that you get past how it made you feel that Stephen A was a black man, now let's get to the behavior side of it. Do you think the way you behave is appropriate for you to be in Congress? Let's take out this whole black man, because I'm a black man, and any woman I date, I'm gonna have conversation with that woman, because conversation rule a nation. And whether she black man, black woman, or black goddamn whatever, or white woman, or goddamn Asian woman, whatever, I'm gonna have that conversation with my woman. You're not just gonna call me a king and then I can't say anything to you. That's not the respect of a king. That every time a king say something, you call him out and make that excuse that I'm just mad because you black. No, you should pay attention and try to get that proper correction and understanding. Maybe correction is not the word that you like, but maybe understanding is the word that you should be able to get. We should all be able to want understanding. And so for everybody to move with that spirit of, not everybody, most, moving with that spirit of, oh, he's a black man, so I don't even like when he said that. So you hear a lot of women say that. You hear a lot of women, not all, but you hear a lot of women say that when a black man say something, you disqualifying him. They always find words to disqualify. If it ain't the misogynistic, hogynistic, all these istics, then it's the fact that you black or your mama black. It's always disqualifiers, so you can't say what you want to say. And I think it's time to move past that. It's time to move past you only saying, I don't like you said something because you black, or you don't like this, your mama black, because we can never get to what we're trying to discuss, which is her behavior.
It's like in the work that I do, I anticipate that there's tons of races or just tons of people that are on the other side from me that will be critical and not focus on the substance of what it is doing, not focus on the legislation, not focus on the money that I bring in, not focus on the programs that I run out of my districts, not focus on how I am very much in tune with keeping my districts informed of what's going on in the government, like the meat and potatoes. Like, I get that they will ignore all that stuff. But in a time in which Black women specifically are under attack, and we all know what Malcolm X said about the Black woman, I just felt a way that there was a Black man who decided not to do any research and
Nobody need to do no research. We can see how you acting, man. That's why he's saying what he's saying. He's done the research. And Lord have mercy. Jesus. This is crazy. You got to do research. You under attack. How are you under attack? A millionaire Black woman is under attack because someone called out her behavior. That's an attack. Do you know how crybaby-ish that sound? For you to be sitting up here acting like you so strong, acting like you so real, acting like you so hood, and then when somebody call out your behavior, the first thing you do is cry victim and say you're under attack. Nobody touched you. People are calling out that weird ass energy and that weird behavior that you moving with.